What can a pop star tell us about leadership that business schools sometimes cannot? This video is about Successful of Lady Gaga. Today we were going inside one of the most fascinating leadership case studies of the 21st century. Lady Gaga and her relationship with her fans, the Little Monsters. This is a story about identity, belonging, and the kind of leadership that actually changes lives. In 2030, researchers Melissa Click, Hyunji Lee, and Holly Holday published a landmark study interviewing 45 self-described little monsters from 6 continents. Their central finding, Lady Gaga and engineer something no publicists can manufacture, a genuine community of belonging, and the way she did it maps directly onto core leadership principles. The first strategy is what academics call re-articulation, taking a word with negative meaning and completely reversing it. Because Gaga called her fans monsters, not as an insult, but as an act of reclamation. Fans who had been called freaks and outsiders their whole lives claim that word with pride. This is radical framing as a leadership tool. Great leaders understand that identity is built on story. When you take the thing that makes people feel excluded and transform it into their greatest source of strength, you don't just gain followers, you build believers. Strategy 2. Gaga did not stop at giving her fans a name, she built them an infrastructure. In 2012, she launched littlemonster.com, a dedicated social media where fans could connect with each other and with her directly. The community had explicit values, tolerance, no judgment, and solidarity. Researchers found that these values produce real-world behavior. Fans became more politically aware and more engaged in social causes. That is organizational culture building on a global scale throughout pop music. Culture is not your mission statement, it is what your community does when you are not in the room. Traditional celebrity runs on distance. The star is elevated, untouchable, managed, but Gaga dismantled that wall. She used social media not as a broadcast channel, but as a conversation. She responded to fans. She posted raw, unfiltered moments. For example, when a 14-year-old little monster named Jamie Rothmeyer died by suicide after being bullied, she honored him publicly and placed his story at the center of her concert. This study found that Gaga's social media behavior fundamentally changed how fans perceive her, not as an icon, but as an active presence in their lives. The lesson for any leader, authenticity, is not a brand value, it is a behavior vulnerability. When genuine generates the kind of trust that no amount of polish can manufacture. The fourth strategy, Gaga co-founded the Born This Way Foundation with Harvard University, levied the White House on LGBTQ plus military policy, and brought these causes directly to her fan base throughout social media. Researchers described her as a political role model for fans who feel marginalized from mainstream culture. This is purpose-driven leadership because the idea that a community is most powerful when allied around something larger than entertainment or profit. When a leader acts publicly on clear values, fans or employees or citizens become become participants in a movement, not just consumers of a product. Finally, these four strategies reframe the narrative built in infrastructure, lead with authentic vulnerability, anchor everything to purpose. These are not pop music listen, there are leadership fundamentals demonstrated at scale by a woman from New York who decided that the outcasts deserve at home. In 2013, academic researchers put data behind what millions of fans already knew. Lady Gaga did not just entertain her community, she transformed it, and that by any measure is leadership. You weren't born this way, and so was your potential too late. Thank you.